Greetings, Keechlings. Keech Prime here with my live reaction of Kingdom, Chapter 844. Alright, so we got Issei here on the cover. Nice color cover and everything. A great first step towards the unification of China. The general who surpasses imagination. Okay. So we've got, basically I guess the monster trio, in a way, of the Haishin unit converging with Toe. Because I'm pretty sure he summoned them last chapter, right? Huh, I'm sure I wasn't late this time, or did I get the meeting time wrong? No, you were not mistaken. For you, this is excellent work. What's with that? You scared me for a second. I'm such an idiot that I'm be late every single time. Dang, he's still short compared to Toe. What's your problem? Get out of the way. Shin, huh? You've improved slightly, but late is still late. What? Hey, you're late. Don't keep the commander-in-chief waiting, you moron. So he was late. You like quiet the Haishin unit from today. You're the slow Shin unit. Got it? Sorry? Lord. Thank you for your exceptional service in the conquest of Han. While a grand ceremony for meritorious service will be held in Kanyu, sorry, the way it was broken up kind of threw me off, in due time, I would first like to honor your achievements here. If you recall, after suffering 2 consecutive defeats at the hand of Raboku, Kin's path to unifying the land was once severed. However, the Imperial Court of Kanyu established 3 pillars for our revival. The first was to create a consensus of all Kin citizens and conscribe new soldiers from it. What? What was that? The second pillar was to fill the void left by Konki and Osen's departure. Oh, okay, so with Konki dead, yeah, makes sense. Osen, it was always kind of up in the air. But that kind of confirms it, right? At least with this translation. What is keep disconnecting and reconnecting? By granting Ohan, Moten, and Risshin authority on par with the Great General, by rebuilding our collapsed military structure. In fact, these 3 commanders performed beyond my expectations and contribute greatly to the capture of Shinte. And for the final, most difficult pillar, the objective of making Shinte fall with minimum sacrifice and returning and destroying the state of Han. General Cho, with his genius, achieved it magnificently. Even in the era of war, God King Show, the destruction of one of the 7 warring states would not be achieved, or could not be achieved. This great feat was accomplished not by anyone else, but precisely because it was all of you. Truly, I offer my repeated praise and words of gratitude. From here on, the work of governance and diplomatic policy begins. Risshin and I will join forces. Or Rishi, sorry. I didn't end. I was like, wait, why Shin? To absorb the full might of Han into the strength of Kin, and with that total power, we will once again invade Zhao, and this time we will defeat Raboku. I figured they'd go for Han. Or, not Han, but Yan. Next, but I guess I was wrong. Alright, so now we know, like, the big plan there. And you should all be aware that the main force for that campaign will naturally be you, the conquerors of Han, led by General Toe. Oh, so they're... Wait, are they straight up going into it, basically? Alright, let's do this. Just you wait, Raboku. Waha! Shut up. It's too soon for that. Let's see here. So we got... Wait, who said that? I can't make out that tiny face. Commander-in-Chief, if I may, I would also like to say a few words. Rokuomi, Ryokoku, Kano, Karuten, Kyokai. and Rishin. For this war, I thank you for your immense efforts. Allow me to express my gratitude once more. What's this? What's with you all of a sudden? Although our forces captured Shente, I truly felt, due to the decision and actions of a king and a single princess. We and the people of Han were spared from bloodshed, but the weight of that responsibility fell tremendously upon the shoulders of that king and princess. The war in Han is over, but suffering of the Han people is truly just beginning. Their wealth, their people, everything that belongs to Han will be taken and made to be Ken's, and they will be forced to fight alongside the Ken army against the remaining 5 kingdoms. This is by no means an easy thing, and I believe that responsibility for making this happen still lies with me and one of the 6 commanders who served as a general in the attack on Shente. Wait, so what, is he abdicating his position? Therefore, I believe I will lay down my sword here. What? He is? Huh? I will put aside my blade and live my life supporting Princess Ney as she guides the people of Han. Okay, so I kinda did foresee this. Alright. What are you saying, you bastard? What kind of nonsense are you spouting? Only Rokuomi could get up into his face like this. Hey, Toe, that's enough of your jokes, damn you. This is no joke. Don't fuck with me. Stop your rambling, Toe, Your spine is crooked. What? Is that why? Huh? What? Oh, it's because when he fell. That's not it. And it is not crooked. I guess that's crooked. I might be wrong. It's extremely crooked. Oh no. Toe, don't tell me when you fell. I told you that's not it. Listen, Rokuomi. As the Commander-in-Chief said, the next power has already come to fruition. Ohan, Moten. And the one who suddenly appeared before us 15 years ago. It's been 15 years. Shin. A boy who just by encountering Ouki on the Dakin Plains, I probably butchered that, in his first battle. Yeah, when he got thrown into it. I refuse. Recklessly asked to become his disciple. A monkey-like brat who had been kicked into a lawless land now serves as a vice-general in the decisive war against Han, and has brought victory to the Ken army. Well, it's not like I brought it all by myself. No, on the Ite Plains, the Toe army and the Rakuokan army were at a stalemate. Besides us, you defeated Hakuo Koku in the blink of an eye and turned the tide of the war in Ken's favor. You won that battle for us. At that moment I thought, Rishin has become a general far beyond our imagination, so the title was about him. However, there is one person who knew you would grow this far. Wait, who? At the Battle of Banyu. Ah, Ouki. Our master Ouki died, and at that time, the glaive that contained everything Ouki was entrusted to you, a mere 100-man commander. At that time, Rokuomi and the rest of us all resented you for it. We asked, why him? We thought it was probably because you were the only one unafraid of the monstrous bird of Ken, Ouki, whom everyone else feared. We thought we must have found that endearing, or he must have found that endearing, but we were wrong. Our Lord Ouki, he had already realized it even at that moment, that you were truly the man who would become a great general of the heavens. That is why he entrusted his glaive to you. Damn. That observation hockey is fucking future sight now. Our Lord truly was incredible, wasn't he? Some are shocked, others are not. He's going to hand it over. Commander-in-Chief, my apologies, but please take this to Kanyu. Oh, no, he's handing it over to him. Okay. Toe, but you are not yet a great general. To become one, you must break through one more great wall to... The irony, because the Great Wall, I don't think, has actually been built yet, has it? And climb those stairs. Do you know what that is? Of course, it's Roboku. Exactly. You are the one who will defeat Roboku. With your own hands, you will strike down Roboku, and by doing so, you will become one of the 6 great generals, Shin. Meanwhile, in Kanyu, it says... Okay, so... So another great... Oh, my thing froze for some reason. I don't know why it's been doing that lately. I hope it's still recording. Did it? There we go. It was still recording, I hope. May have to update it, see what happens. This has only happened a few times, but still weird. But anyway, getting to the point at hand. Yeah, another great general is stepped down. Or in this case, actually stepped down. His seat now lay vacant. That reveals 3 spots, which we can very well guess who's going to fill those seats in the coming years, in coming conquests as well. Because of, excuse me, because as it's been laid out by Toe, and Shin is aware of it, is that the last great hurdle, or great wall, is Roboku. Shin has tried to deal with him in the past. Ken has failed twice against Zhao, Roboku being the main player in both of those defeats. With Shin's determination, the glaive of Ouki, and the testament of Toe, the war for Zhao is soon to happen. I'm assuming it's going to be less than a 2-year time skip, and then it's going to happen. With them having minimalistic losses, it'll be easier to build up their forces, and if they can get things underway in Han to add as more, soldiers and stuff, that'll be a big boon for their war efforts. But to say that Toe was going to step down like this, I wasn't expecting it. Now, be it if it was because he feels that the next generation should take over, or it's actually because he's injured from the fall, which is a fun callback, even though it's still kind of sad. But anyway, I'm not sure what else to say other than Ri-shin, Ri-shin, Ri-shin. But anyway, let me know your own thoughts and opinions. Anything I misunderstood, please let me know down below. Links down below for all my socials. I'm part of the One Punch Man podcast on Grim Reaper's channel, so go check that out. I'm also trying to get back into gaming and streaming on the channel, so stay tuned for that. I did one over the weekend for Donkey Kong. It was fun. So go check it out if you like. And yeah, as always, later days, and until next time, Keishlings. Ri-shin, Ri-shin.